Maybe you might think, hey, what's the difference between a limited and an unlimited company? Well, when we talk about limited, we are talking about limited liabilities. So with a limited company, what you are doing, you are limiting your liability to the initial capital you're investing inside that company. If you go for a unlimited company, on the other hand, you will have no limitation of your liability. So if you wonder, okay, but what does that really mean, just have a look at the following animation. It will explain to you what is the consequences of going with one or another. Imagine you have an idea and you want to invest some money into this idea. You have basically two options. First one, you go for an unlimited company. You take this money and put it in the business. This is your initial investment. You could actually decide to do the same with a limited company. So what you do, you take this money and put it in the business as well. So up to now, there is no real difference between both. Now imagine start to go wrong with your business. It doesn't go exactly according to the plan. And basically you have to close the business. Well, when this will happen, you will have the bank and the suppliers that will just go after you. You initially came to see them, but they will come to see you and they will ask for their money. If you don't have enough cash to pay your debt, then in the case of a limited, you won't have any problem because your liability is limited to the initial capital you put in the business. While you lose it, it's your problem. But that's it. In the case of a unlimited company, you have unlimited liability. You are not limited to the capital you put inside the company. It's basically everything that belongs to you. It can be used to pay back the bank and suppliers. So you start to be really in big trouble because those guys can go after you and all the things you have hardly earned, such as your car, your holiday house, they can simply, or even your house, they can simply take it. They can't take your wife or girlfriend, but she might just run away because she doesn't want to be with a loser. Now, in terms of cost, what would be the difference of cost between a limited and an unlimited? Well, the setup, it's where you have a small difference. The setup is 250 Hong Kong dollars. For unlimited is basically just the registration fee. And for the limited is 2,000 Hong Kong dollars around. So it's not really a big difference. In US dollar, it should be something like 250 US dollars. So it's not much. The maintenance is around 600 Hong Kong dollars for both. It's basically your registration, yearly registration. And the audit, in the case of an unlimited, you don't have any audit. In the case of a limited, you have a yearly audit. But the audit will depend on how big is your company, how many transactions you are doing every year, what's your turnover. So basically, if you don't make much money, this audit won't cost you much. If you make a lot of money, you won't really care about paying the audit because you have made a living already. In Hong Kong, the price difference between a limited company and a limited company incorporation and maintenance is so small that honestly I would go directly for the limited. Except the fact that you will limit your liability, you will also be able to increase your credibility. If you plan to work with a multinational company or international companies, this will actually really help you.